You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Yesterday, I did a video where it came to light that in some more emails involving WFT, WTF, Redskins, team president Bruce Allen, part of the John Gruden mess, some emails came out and it exposed, and guess who got caught up in it? Schefter, Adam Schefter, the NFL insider for the Marxist ESPN of China. Well, it came out that him and Bruce Allen had a really fair bit of correspondence, and one of the emails exposed Schefter as what seemed to be a situation where he was conceding editorial control of an article to Bruce Allen. He sent it to him, said, look this over, essentially proofread my article, even gave him the time that he was going to turn this article over to ESPN and have it released. Well, you know what? I actually took some criticism on that because it was like, what do you think an NFL insider is? Look, I understand these relationships between these executives and these insiders, but not to the point of, hell, edit my damn article, write my damn article for me, put whatever you feel like in the article for me, which is essentially what he did. Let's be real. When you say, look this over, make changes, blah, 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 yeah, that's kind of what you're doing, whether you like it or not, or whether you're a huge, and I like Adam Schefter, to be honest with you, but, well, Adam Schefter has come out and has conceded, hell, Rhodes, you're right. It's fair. And it is fair. He is coming out trying to cover his A, but I'll give him credit. He does admit he shouldn't have done this, okay? Not in the way he did it, and I will give him some credit for that. Adam Schefter responds to criticism over sharing unpublished stories with Washington general manager. It was a step too far. Really? I think it is. ESPN's Adam Schefter has responded to criticism over his handling of a 2011 story in which he pre-cleared a story with then general manager of Washington NFL team, the Redskins. Let's just keep it real. As part of an investigation into workplace conditions within the Washington football team organization, NFL collected more than 650,000 emails. The emails heard around the league. Wow, the implosion from this. In one email from 2011 sent to general manager Bruce Allen, Schefter sent him an unpublished story on the NFL lockout that was happening at the time. The reporter sought Allen's input on the story, called him, quote, Mr. Editor. God. The LA Times flagged the email, which is part of the court filing in June, on WFT, WTF, owner Dan Snyder. Quote, please let me know if you see anything that should be added, tweaked, changed, Schefter wrote. Thanks, Mr. Editor, for that and the trust. Plan the file to ESPN about 6 a.m. Well, Schefter has come out and said, you know what? Should be getting hammered for this. The revelations called Schefter's journalistic ethics into question, and on Wednesday he responded, calling the criticism, quote, fair. He shouldn't have done it. This is his full statement. Fair questions are being asked about my reporting approach on the NFL lockout story 10 years ago. Just to clarify, it's common practice to verify facts of a story with sources before you publish it in order to be as accurate as possible. I don't think anybody's doubting that, Adam Schefter. The problem is when you say, literally, and you call somebody Mr. Editor, essentially conceding your story over to a team executive? Come on. In this case, I took a rare step of sending the full story in advance because of the complex nature of the collective bargaining talks. It was a step too far, and looking back, I shouldn't have done it. The criticism being levied is fair. With that said, I want to make it perfectly clear, in no way did I or would I cede editorial control or hand over final say about a story to anyone ever. It goes on to talk about how this is part of the John Gruden emails. Well, I give Adam Schefter some credit for at least owning it. He does talk about the fact, in no way would I concede control or cede control over to somebody like Bruce Allen for a story, except you called him Mr. Editor, which makes it look, optics is a thing, perception is a thing, it makes it look like that's exactly what you did, okay? So, yeah, I give you credit for coming out owning it. Good job, all right? But, as you said yourself, the criticism is fair. I absolutely know all these people have relationships. Okay, Chris Sims, Kyle Shanahan, we know that, right? There's relationships all over the league. General managers and owners. Don't sleep on the fact that owners is a big deal. Remember when Harbaugh was having all the problems in 49er land? Those leaks about Harbaugh's behavior were coming from Jed York and Trent Baalke to the media. Okay, they made the situation a lot worse than it was. So yes, there's a relationship between these guys. But you don't concede your editorial process. I mean, if an NFL player said, hey, can you send me a video? I want to see if I need to make changes to it. I would say, get F, dude. It's not your channel. It's not your story, okay? So, tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Should Adam Schefter have turned over his story like he did to Bruce Allen? That's exactly what he did. And asked somebody if essentially conceding, and the most damning thing is calling him Mr. Editor. Yikes. That looks bad. It does. But good job, Schefty, for owning it. Hopefully you haven't done that too many more times. If you did, and they're part of these emails, we gonna find it out. It's going to continue to roll in. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.